All right, boys. NASCAR season starts this week. And we're going to start this week with the same way we started every week last season. Track history. Yes, the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. You may be thinking that's not a racetrack, but this week it is, so I'm doing it. It opened May 1st, 1923, and they built it for $954,000. Now, you may be thinking, with inflation, that's probably a lot. With inflation, it's $15 million. That's not a lot. You can't build a bodega in LA for $15 million. It had an opening capacity of 101,000 people, and the sole reason it opened was to host the 1932 Olympics. What they didn't know in 23 was that in 29, they were about to have this thing called the Great Depression. So the 1932 Olympics was one of the least attended Olympics ever. It had half of the countries that were in it from last time. But on a good note, they created the Olympic Village and also the podium for the Olympics. And if anybody knows anything about anything, the Olympic Village, they be fucking. The Cleveland Rams moved there in 1946. The Brooklyn Dodgers moved to the Coliseum in 1958. And it was just an atrocious stadium for baseball. Look how close left field is there. And look how far right field is over there. It was horrible. But despite all that, the Dodgers went to the World Series in 1959. And they set a World Series attendance record at 98,706. That game was the most attended baseball game of all time until... in 2008, the Red Sox and the Dodgers played an exhibition game at the Coliseum, of course, to a crowd of 115,300 people. Now, that record's never going to be beaten. In 1993, they spent millions on a renovation to get rid of the running track that was around here from the Olympics. And then in 1994, an earthquake happened. So all of those renovations, they're gone. It took them $93 million to repair the damages, and when they needed them most, the Oakland Raiders decided to leave and go to Oakland. They left the LA Coliseum to share the Oakland Coliseum with the baseball team. If that's not a downgrade, I don't know what is. But fortunately, the loyalty from USC never left. They stayed in LA Coliseum, repaired it with a $280 million renovation in 2013 rather. They reduced the capacity to 78,000 people, maintaining the historic and beauty of this stadium. And then guess what? The Rams came back. The Chargers came back. Everybody came running back. And where was their first stop before they got their nice new stadium? The Coliseum. And now, as race fans, we also get to enjoy this historic stadium. And I know the race doesn't count, and I know it looks pretty weird. I'm just realizing this picture is from a video game. But this is how the field looked for the MLB's largest capacity game ever since 1883. So stop complaining.